This is the one thing that is natural to human beings. So, if you don't know me, my name is Stan, aka Mr. Rapper Geek. I am the host of Small Talk is Exhausting, the latest podcast where we dive into deep conversations about relationships, interpersonal relationships, and all of that good shit. So, to me, I think there's only one thing that is universally natural to human beings, right? Now, there's a lot of talk about, whether or not monogamy is natural, or whether or not polygamy or polyamory, or all the poly setups, are natural, right? And there's great arguments to be made on both sides, right? I'm leaning more into the camp of monogamy is not natural to human beings. Even though I myself am, monogamous, but I don't believe monogamy is natural. It is a natural form of, relationships, right? But over the years, it has evolved as the most socially acceptable form of relationships is monogamous, right? Or monogamy, which that is rapidly changing, today. Maybe not rapidly. I take that back. Not rapidly, but it's slowly starting to lose its grip on its place as the main go-to, right? So anyway, and it also has changed drastically over the years, right? I like what Esther Perel says, where she says that because monogamy is one person for life, right? Well, now we pretty much practice serial monogamy, which is basically one person at a time. A lot of times, even if it is one person at a time, it's not just one person, on the low. But anyway, so that's the reason for this whole conversation. Is monogamy natural? Is poly natural? Whatever the case may be. And I would say this, and this is just my opinion as a student of all of this. I would say the only thing that's really natural is us getting what the fuck we want. To me, that is the only thing that's like truly natural. Is no matter what, human beings will go for what they want, right? So, using the example of monogamy or poly, multiple partners versus one partner. If I decide to be with just one partner, I'm doing that because there's, in a way, that's what I want, right? Even if deep down I desire to be with multiple partners, right? And I'm willing to admit that I desire to be with multiple partners, right? But I decide to be with just, one partner, right? Even though I desire more than one partner, I'm still getting what I want by being with one partner, right? Because whether I desire, or whether, what I'm saying, like whether I value the, to be accepted socially, right? Maybe my friend group, my family don't necessarily approve of, poly relationships or multiple partners and all of that. So I decide to forego that desire to be with multiple partners and stay with one partner because at the end of the day, I value being accepted by my family and friends, right? And I'm still getting what I want. Even though it's a desire for me to be with multiple partners, but I'm only with one partner, I'm still getting what I want because under the surface of all of that, You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm getting the social acceptance of being with one partner. I get the approval of my family and friends because I'm just with one partner, right? So, in a way, you are still getting something that you want, right? Or, you know, and using that same example, if it gets to a point where it's like, you know, I can't handle this craving, like I gotta go out there and I gotta get something else, right? So I go behind my partner's back and do something with somebody else, right? Of course, obviously, I'm getting what I want. I want to keep my partner, but at the same time, I want to go and, you know, have a situation with somebody else or with something else. Well, not something else, somebody else, of course. But, you know, like I said, I'm still getting what I want, right? If I decide to be, you know, in a poly situation, right? Whether it's polygyny, polygamy, polyamory, all the polys, whatever. Like, whatever the situation is, it's like I'm still getting what I want. Even if I don't necessarily want to share my partner with somebody, like, if I want that person bad enough, then I'm willing to go ahead and go along because I'm still getting what I want, which is time with that person. Even if it's not enough, I'm still getting time with that person. I'm still getting what I want. Now the thing is, what we want changes over time. You know what I'm saying? Like it changes. Like what I wanted 10 years ago is not what I want today. You know. So, you know, you definitely got to take that into consideration, but that's a different conversation for a different time. But at the end of the day, to me, what is natural to human beings? What is natural to me is us getting what we want. You know, whatever that is today. You know what I'm saying? Like we're going to get something that we want, even if it's at the you know, the cost of getting something else that we want, right? Or not getting something else that we want. At the end of the day, like, we're going to get something that we want to our benefit. We're going to benefit ourselves in some way, right? So that's all I wanted to say. Like, you know, the whole is monogamy or poly natural, you know, it's a great conversation, and I would love to have the conversation more often. Because again, I'm more so leaning towards the side of monogamy isn't natural to human beings, right? But to me, what is universally natural is the fact that we're going to go for what we want. The question is, what do you want? What do you want? Leave it in the comments below. Hopefully this helped, you know, inspire somebody, made an impact on somebody. If it did, let me know in the comments below, and talk to you next time.